could tune in if you want to drop mental health to hip hop, straight drop mental hop. Hit me on the channel if you want to talk mental hop. I got love for every block.
Hello everyone. Thank you for watching Somerville Overcoming Addiction. I've had the pleasure of sitting here with this young man for about 45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
He's pretty interesting. Yeah.
I appreciate you having me on the show.
Oh yeah. So why don't you, this is Wally Sparks.
Yes.
Give us a little history about yourself.
Well, my name is Wally Sparks, and I'm just an individual from the community that's always been involved with stuff over the years, with the youth, music, TV. I do my own television show, and I've always just been an entrepreneur that wears a lot of hats, we could just say.
Yeah. Jack of all trades?
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah, but you know everything about each one of them.
I
But you
do.
don't know which one to excel in. You got them all going.
Yeah, got them all going.
All right. The reason is first of all, it's nice and refreshing to see what you like to do and like working in the community.
Yeah.
And I often wondered if we could have a show or even a class where we would have young people come in.
Yeah.
And based on music.
One of my television shows is called Mental Hop. And basically, that's kind of like with the music and just things you're dealing with, whether it's addiction or,
Oh, so you do talk about those?
Yeah, actually, I've, the show Mental Hop, I put it out, I'd say 2025, I want to say I thought of it. It was Mental Health Awareness Month, because including myself, I suffer from certain things, mentally and stuff like that. And music's just always been my outlet to, get away from it. So,
and we all need outlets.
Yeah. So in return, I figured, why not let's make a show that includes music, and then when I would have my guests in, I talk to them about ways that music helps their issues.
Right. I think it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, wonderful.
You have, the kids don't know that maybe when they're talking about it, that's the reason why they're there.
Exactly.
They're there too. Because a lot of times we have to admit that they're always on their cell phones, okay? Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe when I was on my working for the city of Somerville, I'd be looking in the cafeteria, and how many kids were out there? They were all on their phones. They weren't even socially talking to each other.
No.
And I go, oh my God, what have we done?
Well, we've done it. It's
right,
been
we've
done.
done it. So now we have to change that. We have to get the parents talking to kids more, doing things together. I'm not saying they're not, but when they get to teenagers, you can't forget they're teenagers.
Yeah.
And they can still get in trouble. And you don't see them as much. When they're kids, when they're little kids, you have them home.
Yeah.
And you know exactly where they're at.
Exactly.
And I was telling, I don't know how long ago, but I did mention it one time on one of these shows, is that at 10 o'clock at night, right? One of my sons is 45 right now.
Okay.
And Frankie died at 32. So you figure, it was around the time, maybe when Frank was 25, when they would go out. Mm-hmm. And it's got to be earlier than that. But anyway, they would go out, and I would call them at 10 o'clock at night. I said, do you know what time it is?
Where you at?
It's a good thing that you do what you do. You're in the studio, you're doing the music, and you're talking about the things that you did and the people around you with addiction. Do you want to share anything with us about
well, just growing up, I've seen a lot of things, growing up at an early age, I was seeing friends of mine pass away from drug addiction. You know what I mean?
I do.
And just using and alcohol abuse. I mean, in my family, my uncle used to be a real bad alcoholic, and he was like on his way out several times. And, I sat through that, watching that, the effects it has on the family, and stuff like that. And nowadays, that same uncle, he's like 30 plus years clean,
That's
he
wonderful.
He speaks at the AA meeting, he sponsors and stuff like that. And it's great. I feel like people should be more transparent about talking about these things.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
A lot of people feel like, including myself, you know, with things, you can have that, what I like to call, I'm the only one syndrome. But,
I call it,
no.
it's all about me syndrome.
Yeah, yeah, let me just, it's only me, no one else, you know. This is why I like to speak on this stuff, so that the people that do feel like that, they're the only ones, you're not. We've been through it, I've been through it, and we're going through it. So, you know, we all got to be here.
Right.
You know,
Helping each
supporting
other.
each other.
That's
You know?
right. I do find that on the Facebook community, even though a lot of people are too involved in Facebook to this day, but there are so many groups that you can become a part of.
Yeah.
Grieving groups, you know, even education, learning about alcoholism
Yeah.
and how to do, you know, and what you can do. If you didn't have Zoom, you'd be in trouble. I mean, there's so much education out there to be had by anybody that wants to know about addiction. You know,
Exactly.
first of all, I mean, I don't know if you know this or anybody knows this. Do you know that the adult's mind is not totally developed until they're 25 years of age? Okay?
Yeah, so they're really impressionable, you know, at that young age, and when they're seeing it, man.
So you wonder to yourself, why are we letting them vote at 16? Why are we sending them to war at 18?
Oh, yeah, exactly, that trickery.
Right. And they're driving cars.
Right, because if it's like that, they'll say, you know what, let's wait till they're 26, at least a year after. Would you say what the age was, 25?
From 25 with a fully developed adult mind.
Exactly. Yeah, so if they weren't trying to pull the wool over your eyes, they would do it after 25.
When it comes to addiction, the people that you love are not the people you love. There's someone else.
Yeah,
You know, because they're chasing the drug because they need it.
yeah, that's true.
You know, and their body, in order for them to recover from the addiction, they go through a lot of physical pain.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
And a lot of them don't want that. You know, like my son hated pain. It's funny, you know, it is, but it isn't, because he's gone.
Yeah.
But at one time when he was younger, he was playing and watching TV, had a little BB, my BB gun.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, right in the eardrum.
Oh, man.
So I take him to the hospital, and he won't let them near him.
Oh, no.
He's in this small little room with at least 3 or 4 doctors around him, but they won't let him just go in there with that little device and scoop it out. Next day, I had to go to Mass General. They had to knock him out, and they took it out of his ear.
Ah, man.
I wanted to cry myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But that he put a needle to his arm. You know, he did OxyContin because he had a motorcycle accident. It was Memorial Day weekend. That was my younger son's birthday, and they sending him. He was in Woburn at Five Corners, and there was an accident there, and they brought him to Mass General, and then before you know it, with all the pain that he was in, and his whole left side was messed up, he ended up getting addicted to OxyContin.
Yeah, yeah.
And having a good job, that job ended up, all his money ended up going to his addiction.
I've lost a couple friends, and you know, to that, the OCs and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a wicked one.
Oh yeah, first of all, it's also very expensive. What do you think that we should do in the community to try to help kids when it comes to addiction?
You know, more of the adults and stuff, you know, talking to the youth. There needs to be more programs and stuff like that. Something like how we said with the music, something that can relate to it, that's making them feel comfortable in talking about it and stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
They all
be
open
more
up a little bit
transparent.
more.
Yeah, because if you involve something else that they're interested in, I feel like maybe break the ice, as they say, a little bit. You know, but definitely a lot more. You know, I feel like a lot of right now, there's a lot of youngins running around crazy. They call them code name YNs right now that are running the streets, wild, and a lot of people need, you know, that big brother figure. You know?
They do.
Some of them don't have a big brother, you know, or some of them have a big brother, but they might be with the BS as well, you know. So it's always important. Like for me, I'm always, when I see someone trying to go, that's going through something, I'm the type of person that I like to reach out to them, you know, and let them know, you know. You don't need to be down on yourself like that, you know.
Right.
Because, you know, it's like, I'm just preaching to the choir, you know. I've been there, you know. Each one teach one, you know what I mean?
That's right.
So.
You're absolutely right about one thing.
A lot more mentorship.
Right. Not only that, but physical activity. Okay.
Yeah,
if you're
that's
someone that
important.
likes to swim,
Yeah.
take the time, go to a gym, go and swim. That will help relieve all of your tension
Exactly.
and anxiety. If you paint.
Yeah. I do drawing as well. So you know when I'm going through maybe one of these frustrated times, I like to do it a lot with the music release. But sometimes it calls for different things. There's been times where I was stuck and I couldn't get it with the music. When I bust out that pencil and get to that book, drawing is a real good escape.
Yeah. And my son used to he wrote, I used to say to him, you know, Frank, here's your journal. Take this journal and write down all these things you're thinking about. You have a good mind. You know, you want to make an invention, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And the reason why a lot of times that I would be like that is because I had that kind of a mind too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did actually. The funny thing is, I actually did a board game.
Oh, you made one?
I made a board game, but it's still, I didn't end up putting it out in the market.
Oh, really?
Because I ended up getting divorced, so,
okay.
You know. And what happened is it's still pending patent in Washington.
Get that patent and bring it over to Shark Tank.
Yeah, it's probably old hat at this time, the kind of, you know, game it was, but that's okay. Hey, what are you going to do? We're going to do another one here.
Yeah?
Yeah, in Somerville.
Nice.
You know, it's like, how do you get through Somerville without getting killed?
Yeah. Oh. Right.
I'm only kidding.
Exactly. Go through winter hell.
No, it actually looks like a war. It looks like there's a war in the streets, all being dug up and everything else. Hey, where's this detour?
Everywhere you're going, it's like, ooh, sinkholes.
Absolutely. At this point, you know, you go and investigate everything that's going on and what they have in the city. So I haven't been here for a few years doing this sort of thing. And then we started the show back in November. Okay, so now I went to the police station and I spoke to Core. They're lovely people. And like I said before, you don't have to be in trouble to go get help at the police department. You go down there, and when you enter the front door, if the door to the left is the way you would go. And I met lovely, lovely people. They actually explained different things to me. And I think that if you have an issue, go and see them. All right? They will help you out. Or you can go to the courthouse, you know, and say, you know, that you have an issue.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can section yourself, you know, and people can section you with the Section 35.
We used to have the DARE program.
They complained about the DARE program too.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, what's going on? Do they still have those programs in the schools?
Well, they still have DARE. I'm not sure if it's in the schools. I mean,
oh, really?
I actually tried to get a program at Somerville High School back about, you know, let's see, I retired 2020. So I would say about 2018 and 19, I was talking to them about possibly showing them the movie Anonymous People.
Okay.
And Anonymous People is about alcohol mainly.
Yeah.
But they talk about all the steps that you go when you go through, and you know, the 12 steps and everything else. And it was good for the kids to see it.
Yeah, it is good for them to see that.
And the only place I could show it was at Team Empowerment.
Oh, wow.
Just like the DARE, you know, you're teaching them things. You don't want to be teaching them things.
Getting their mind running.
Right. The kids were taking, like, pills from their parents, medicine cabinets, and bringing it to a party area and putting it all in a bowl.
Party mix.
And then lifting the bowl and saying, you know, take something. And they don't even know what they're taking.
No, you're playing dangerous games here.
That's dangerous.
You know?
So that was filmed in Tewksbury. There are things on Facebook like team sharing. So if you've lost a child and you would like to connect with someone, please call team sharing. All right. You can go online on Facebook and you can click on to get daily beds that are available. There's just so much out there for you or anybody to obtain on Facebook, as well as going online and social media and asking the questions. Who do you have on your phone?
What, as far as social media?
Yeah. I mean, Lexi?
Siri.
Siri, okay,
Yeah.
okay, Siri, Lexi, whatever.
Yeah,
I just
Siri.
say, could you please tell me
My
this?
phone just vibrated when I said it. You gotta be careful with that.
Oh, really? It's probably going to be saying what you're talking about right now.
Right.
You know, it's really, really a tough thing because actually the phone does pick up on you.
It does.
And I will look at it and say, I just said that. Why is it showing
Even
up on my
sometimes if you
cell
don't
phone?
say Siri, say something close to it. I've seen my phone just start. Yeah. Those iPhones are a little bit. They might be bugged.
My goodness.
I wanted to have a nice, clear head for our conversation.
And you are.
You know.
And sometimes that's what you see the difference between alcohol and someone smoking weed.
Oh yeah.
They can stay focused, but
Yeah.
yet someone with alcohol.
Yeah, it's harder to conduct something with alcohol involved.
Right.
Way harder than it is for the weed. You know.
So would you feel the same way that I do, that if someone would like to use cannabis instead of Suboxones or methadone
Oh yeah.
for their choice of recovery?
Oh yeah, I would recommend it. You know, I mean, you know, a lot of people say, you know, they use the weed to relax, and you know, I suffer from like stuff, anxiety, depression, and stuff like that. So you know, I also find the weed a way to just mellow out, and get to my own zone. You know, but then again, everybody has to find their own way, what
Right.
works for them. You know, could be cannabis, could be medication. It could be just sitting in a room alone, you know, but
A lot of times we don't know, because with a lot of disabilities, they're starting to realize with, you know, well, not real. My son had attention deficit disorder. Now, they were talking about that years ago.
yeah,
And the thing is that we all have attention deficit disorder.
yes.
But what degree?
That's exactly, that what degree, you know,
Right.
because I believe everyone does suffer from that, you know,
Right. I know I do.
but
But-
what degree of it?
So guess what? It is time to say good night.